Let's stop pretending. Let's stop rewriting history. And let's say what they don't want said aloud.
African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to get, you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it. Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense? Right? But through generations of blood, sweat, and tears, and you deserve a government that defends your interests, protects your families, and cares for our own citizens first. My administration is fighting with everyone and all our heart to reverse the pain inflicted by Democrat leaders and to deliver hope and opportunity and prosperity for all Americans, but for African American communities all throughout our land.
I hope you don't think that the money made from slavery just dissolved and went up into the air. It went into companies and businesses, and not even tracing and blaming those corporations. Those corporations hired people and paid their salaries and their benefits and gave them the ability to raise families and to pass wealth on through the generations. This money is what made America financially stable. The market value of slaves in 1860 was greater than the market value of every railroad, factory, and bank combined. Follow the money, because the money we're talking about was huge.
The history of the United States is still fairly brief, and slavery was abolished a mere 155 years ago. It wasn't just the White House that was built using slave labor, by the way. The building that serves as our country's political center, the United States Capitol, was built and rebuilt using slave labor after its sacking in the War of 1812. Although most northern states had abolished slavery by 1804, it's had its fair share of symbols erected using slave labor. If you're familiar with the Trinity Church in New York's financial district, you may not know that the clergy rented enslaved people to build its iconic spires, as well as the wall that used to snake down what we now know as Wall Street. Many of our forefathers were enslavers. Thomas Jefferson's entire property in Charlottesville, Virginia, Monticello, was built and run by enslaved people. Enslaved people also helped build our intellectual centers. Georgetown University, one of the country's oldest colleges, built most of its campuses after the sale of 272 enslaved people in the 1830s. Many schools with storied histories were built in part by enslaved people, including Harvard University's Law School and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. That school's campus was maintained by slave labor until its abolishment in 1865. Poor record-keeping and indifference by early historians makes it nearly impossible to know every contribution made to these buildings, but there's no doubt about how they got built.
Black Americans didn't just contribute to this country. Black Americans built this country. From the unpaid labor that created wealth, to the culture that defines global influence, to the civil rights battles that forced America to live up to its own promises. And now, people want to erase that, downplay that, they even want to deny it. Even politicians at the highest level can't even run from this truth anymore because history doesn't lie and the receipts are everywhere. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're new here, do let us know where you're watching us from. Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss a video. Video credit goes to the original creators for every video used in this episode. Let's get into the video. I'll be right back with more commentaries.
Child, the foundational Black American story is one of the greatest ever told. Resistance, resilience, and reimagining. And baby, that's the gag. We didn't just survive. We authored that shit. We are the blueprint. Full stop. Now here's the problem. Folks love to play in our faces with that tired-ass question, where are you from? No, really, where are you from? As if the word American only belongs to white people. Because for them to admit that we shaped this country through our own resistance and destiny, that would shatter the very foundation of their belief in white supremacy. Baby, that's why they come at us sideways. Because deep down, they can't fathom how we survived slavery, Jim Crow, and systemic oppression, and still created a culture that the whole world copies. That confusion turns into jealousy. That jealousy turns into disrespect. Let me be crystal clear. We don't need their validation. Black Americans are the blueprint because I'm American. My family is from North Carolina, mom and dad. And I can't tell you the number of times I get asked that dumbass question. Where are you from? No, really, where are you from? North Carolina, generations deep. Because I'm not about to do Olympic level ancestry to make somebody else feel comfortable. Ain't it funny how nobody asks white Americans where they're really from? But let a black American say I'm American, and somehow it's like the Wi-Fi cut out. The manufactured confusion. What they don't understand is our story is layered. African roots, European ancestry, not by choice, Native connections, and it all converges right here in the United States of America. That's our reality. That's our identity. And that's exactly why some of them are jealous. They can't wrap their heads around how we carried and still carry the weight of oppression and still became the cultural heartbeats of this nation. Music, fashion, innovation, style, language, and I could go on, but I'm not. We set the tone every single damn time. So the next time someone tries to play in your face and say black folks have no culture, no values, here's the list, baby. Family, liberty, justice, God, creativity, and survival. Those are our values. That's our culture. We are who we say we are and who they wish they could be, but never will. We are American. Full stop. So here's my ask of you. Stop giving clout, likes, and comments to folks who make a living disrespecting us. Block them. Protect your peace. Because the Black American story is too sacred to let outsiders rewrite. Child, it's too much. So drink your water. Stay rooted, real, and knowledgeable. And mind your black business. Happy Black History 365. And I'll see you next time.
There is not a single great achievement in this country that did not have black people being a part of it, right? We are essential to the foundation and the longevity of America. And so I'm grateful to share the message of Black history with the rest of the country. I'm grateful that no matter what anti-DEI or anti-blackness efforts there are out there, you cannot erase us. You cannot erase our contributions, and you can't stop us from continuing to make improvements both in our communities, in our country, and around the world. And so this Black History Month, for me, it's an opportunity to find joy, even in a dark moment.
What do you know about the condition of the black man and woman of America? What do you know? You came here on our sweat and our blood. The riches of America were from the backs of black slaves, and you should never forget it. It's sickening to me that a man who comes here seeking something that's called an immigrant would look down on somebody whose sweat and blood laid the foundation for you to step on and get wealthy from the destruction of an entire people. And some of you look at the black man and woman in our condition and say, they're terrible, they're awful people. Yes, you do. You don't want anything to do with us. That's why you leave us. You don't come where we live to try and raise us up. You out in the white neighborhoods where you feel comfortable with white folk because you want to be like them. Here we are in America. trying to be a Muslim, and you won't come and help us to be that. But Farrakhan is not a Muslim. I like what Brother Imam Malik said. Who of you is Allah that you now can judge who is and who is not? And by what standard are you using? What criteria are you using? And look at your false criteria.
So the real question isn't if Black America built this country. The real question is, why are people fighting so hard to deny it? Why is the truth so uncomfortable? Because once you acknowledge it, you have to respect it, you have to honor it, and you have to stop trying to rewrite it. This isn't about division, this is about recognition. And whether people like it or not, that conversation isn't going anywhere anytime soon. If you value conversations that go deeper than headlines, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on your notifications so you never miss future discussions. This channel exists because of you, and conversations like this matter because you engage. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay compassionate, and most importantly, stay active in the dialogue. If you have missed what was said earlier, go back to the video and watch again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.